The former head of the Maui Emergency Management Agency says he had no idea of the gravity of last year's Lahaina fire until the next day. And he explains why emergency sirens were not used on August 8th. These and other details emerged in recordings done as part of the state attorney general's investigation.
In the hours and days following the blaze that destroyed Lahaina and parts of upcountry Maui, several county, state, and even federal officials took to the podium to face a barrage of questions about accountability. Among them, then administrator of the Maui Emergency Management Agency, Herman Andaya.
Had we sounded the siren that night, we're afraid that people would have gone Mauka. And if that was the case, then they would have gone into the fire.
A little more than a week after the fires, he quit, citing health reasons. He sat down with Attorney General investigators from the Fire Safety Research Institute in January and explained more about the sirens, reminding investigators he was on Oahu for a disaster management conference, while others were in the Maui Emergency Operations Center, or EOC.
I just don't know what they were thinking at the time in the EOC.
So Herman, just for the record, could you, or with the sirens, were there some issues with the sirens that would have played into any decision to use them?
So I heard subsequently, I heard that some of the sirens were not operable. So I think two of the three sirens were not operable. There was mechanical failure with the sirens, and they had been that way for some time. And then the other thing is, if the cellular service wasn't working, then the sirens wouldn't have sounded.
The state Hawaii Emergency Management Agency confirms Hawaii's siren system is reliant on cellular signals with satellite backup, but we're waiting to hear if reliability and redundancy have been improved for Lahaina and statewide since the fire. As for Andaya's personal reaction to the fire and when it sunk in how bad things had gotten, he recalls a call from the Adjutant General late at night on August 8th. Andaya still in Honolulu, the Adjutant General asking for confirmation on the number of deaths.
And he told me one or two. He said, I think there was like one or two, but I need a specific number. So I remember my heart just sunk. Someone died, you know. I had no idea it was that many people until the next day. That's when I learned, as well as from my staff and from the mayor. It wasn't until the next morning that we learned the gravity.
Andaya's is one of many recorded interviews now made public by the AG. The county said interviewees were not notified that their recorded interviews would be released as part of a public media presentation. The mayor declined to be recorded by FSRI, but the Phase 2 data files have notes from his interview where the mayor recalls nobody knew how bad it was, and his role was to get resources to people who needed them, not to decide what resources were needed. Also in the files, a confidentiality and non-disclosure agreement between HECO and FSRI and the Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. We asked HECO and ATF if this is part of what's holding up ATF's disclosure of its cause and origin report. ATF hasn't answered. HECO told me absolutely not, doesn't have anything to do with that, and saying that such an agreement was routine when disclosing sensitive information about our infrastructure.